You know what, Luke? For the first time in a while, I feel at peace. And it's not just because I finally made it to the top. The last few years have been turbulent, to say the least. Everything I went through was extremely personal. Pentagon, coming into GCW, having to fight my friends, everything Will and I put each other through, everything that went down with Roman. You say this business takes a huge toll on the body, but for me, it took an even greater toll on my mind. Now, walking into WrestleMania 12, I'm finally free. And I can finally put my mind into what I originally got into this business for. When Danny and I sat down back in the day to watch matches like Ishii versus Shibata, that was what inspired me. Two men that love to fight and see who the better man is while still respecting the hell out of each other. The love for the sport itself. That's what kind of got lost along the way. And now I get the opportunity to get back to it. In the main event of WrestleMania, facing one of the best to ever do it. This is a match that doesn't need any personal attacks. The story wrote itself. The past and the present collide.
That's funny you say that, G. Even though you might not like it, you excel when it gets personal. Hell, look at you now. It all has gotten you to the top. You are the world champion. But as you say, this here, between us, this isn't personal. I like you. You are a good guy. What WrestleMania is going to be is a professional wrestling match in the traditional sense. And to be frank here, in that environment, you stand no chance. You are a passionate fighter, but you're nowhere close to the professional wrestler I am. I have been the best back in the day, and I'm still the best now. My GCW championship reign never has been replicated.
I remember watching. In one way, it was inspiring. In another way, almost off-putting. Kenny Winslow. That's a phrase Danny and I came up with while watching GCW shows. You definitely were the god here, Kenny. But a lot has changed since. I'm in that position now. I've beaten the best this company has to offer. Roman, Ospreay.
You know where Ospreay was when I was the GCW champion? Stuck in the cruiserweight division. And Roman? He got to have the IC title after I decided to vacate it because, frankly, there was nobody that could have beaten me for it. These guys were only up there for you to beat because I wasn't here, G. I was and am the best in the world.
No, you see, the only problem with that, Kenny, is that what you're talking about is in the past. You were unbeatable at some point, yes. But time passes quickly. Yes, Will Ospreay in 2020 was a cruiserweight trying to make his name known. Will Ospreay in 2023? It hurts to say, but he's the best wrestler I've ever been in the ring with. To me, with all due respect, he is the upgraded version of Kenny Omega. And you know what? I beat him. Now that's something I never wanted to say to you, but you made me go there, Kenny. Even if beating Will Ospreay in the main event of WrestleMania didn't make me the best in the world, this right here does.
You consider yourself the best professional wrestler in the world. Okay. You know, when we met in Japan in 2022, I got to know you as this humble, down-to-earth guy. I think this stuff is getting to your head a little bit. How many times have you defended this belt so far? You know how long I held that belt? 694 days.
No, I think you're mistaken. I've never said that what you accomplished here is nothing, Kenny. It's impressive, very impressive. But the glory days of the cleaner are long gone. The problem I have is that you walk back in here and expect me to bow to you. As much as you want it to be, this isn't Kenny Omega's GCW anymore. Everyone in that locker room now has been stronger and hungrier than ever to get this championship. But I'm the one who stood tall. So again, with all due respect, until you prove it, I don't want to hear the words best in the world coming out of your mouth. Beat me at WrestleMania, and you'll earn that right again. But until then, Kenny, I kindly ask for you to know your place.
It's an act, G. It's so obvious. You're still the kid asking me for advice in 2022 in Japan, aren't you? This top guy persona, it doesn't suit you. You got everything you wanted. Congratulations. But if you thought getting to this place was hard on you, you're in for a world of hurt. The crown is a heavy thing to carry. But don't worry. You won't have that weight on your shoulders for long. The real top guy is back in town, and he is ready to stand over you after the main event of WrestleMania and declare himself once again best in the world.
Before we leave here, and before we lock up at WrestleMania, I just want you to think about something. I went through hell to get this championship wrapped around my waist. I bled buckets, shattered bones, and crushed every prick in my way with all of my might. The last time you tried to step into my world, you failed and were retired. If I'm willing to go through all of that just to get to the top of the mountain, what do you think I'll be willing to do to stay there? I'll tell you, it'll be a lot more than just retiring you.